Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for being with me. I am Diana Popa, business coach, and today my special guest is Christelle Pilot. Christelle is the founder of Freedom Culture Academy. How can we actually build our career whilst at the same time being a mom? You mentioned time management, you mentioned that you need support, that you need to work on it, and still many women are afraid of it. They don't know how to do it and what to do. Is there something specific you would advise them? Is it actually possible to still evolve in your career and have a family at the same time?
Yeah, so for the women who are in a job and have a team at work, I would really suggest to look at how they act at work with the team. Usually we know at work that it's better to do macro management and not micromanagement, that we have to let some space and responsibility to our team. So it's what we know that we have to do at work. So just transpose that at home. You have to let space to your team at home and even your small children. You have to trust them. They can do without you. They are going to do differently. They are going to do maybe not as good, but it's okay. It's a learning process, right? Exactly the same that we do at work. So sometimes we have some colleagues, and we know that they are not the best for this work, but we know that they have to go through the process in order to grow and to improve. And at some point, they are going to be very good, even better than what we are. So it's exactly the same there. It's to help them to grow and not to do everything for them. It's really to let them, even 3-4 years old, to have the leadership at some point. So to have like a shift of leadership at home. And that's for the children, and it is actually the same for our partners. They don't do things like we do. Eventually, they don't know how to do that. Eventually, they know how they would like to do. It's completely different than the way we would do, and we have to let go. We have to let go. We have to do like a kind of job description as well. So I had like one client, she told me, I started to work again and my husband does nothing at home and I cannot, so I'm burned already. And I asked her, yeah, but your husband, did you tell him what are the tasks? Did you discuss that with him? He has no clue how to do that because the role before that was she was at home. She's a very organized person with her system, very clear system for her. But for him or for me, that would be exactly the same. Like, oh my God. So in her kitchen, I would be like, I don't know what to do in your kitchen, you know? And for the husband, it's actually the same because it was not his role beforehand. So we have to do like a kind of job description, like role modeling. As I decided to quit my job as engineer, I needed like 6 months to train the new person. This new person was paid 8 hours or 7 hours a day to be trained for a job that is going to take after us. So we never train at home our team to do our job, and they are not paid for that, and they have to do that on top of their own job. And it's something that we don't really consider, and we should consider that even more. And we should accept that we are not in control of everything, and we are not so important neither.
Thank you so much, Christelle. I love that, and I have to admit that I find it frightening or terrifying because I am also in the perfectionist side, and I know that I have my own system. And I think, as you mentioned, it comes naturally when you have a team because you are aware that that person needs to learn. But maybe you are more afraid in the family because you are thinking, okay, if my children are going to make mistakes and maybe it's something that is going to have consequences, how am I going to deal with that? And you want to help the people that are dear to you and who matter a lot to you.
Yes,
so maybe there is,
and as well, you have to, they have eventually more resistance, you know? They say no. At work, they're like, okay, I'm going to try it or whatever. But children, they have a lot of energy and they don't want to do that. And at the beginning, it's even more work for us to let them do. So that's why we are so overwhelmed and tired or whatever. So we do for them. And at some point, we have to shift that. But they understand already. So they know, I don't want to do that. So it's extra work for me. So, and they have so many energy. And we know that in negotiation, it's the one having more energy that wins.
Absolutely.
So they win all the time. Like, oh my God.
Fully agree. I fully agree. Thank you so much, Christelle. Thank you for sharing all these life lessons and important and valuable information, because I believe that everyone should apply it. And my dream is to see one day everyone working and living in peace and in balance, even if it's not perfect every day, but there is that self-esteem, as you mentioned, and happiness, because you are contributing to something bigger than yourself.
Yes,
Thank you so much for being with me today. I would like to close our interview today by asking you, who are you serving? You mentioned parents. I don't know if someone else. And how can people contact you?
Yeah, okay. So, yes, so I serve parents, mostly women, and mostly it's active women wanting to have a big impact, to do something from their life and to be a role model for their family. Where I do everything online, more or less, and where we can find me, it's like my name, so Christelle Pilot, so you can really like Google Christelle Pilot and you find me on Facebook, on internet, LinkedIn. I'm very present on LinkedIn. Yeah, so there you can find me.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Christelle, once again. I am honored to have you here on this journey. And I would like to thank you for being and dedicating your time to helping other people to develop and to grow.
Thank you very much. And I'm growing with them. So it's really like a process all together. We grow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for those of you listening to us, stay connected, because there is so much more to come.